Welcome back to Bradley Central High School. We're going to try to see if we can pick up some of the halftime.
Yes, thank you. That's one. And it's only because of the support from organizations like Bradley Central and the Hoops for Hope event like tonight that we're able to do that. The Marietta Local Scholarship Fund provides scholarships for children of breast cancer patients. There are the patients they have undergone treatment, currently undergoing treatment, a survivor, or also have passed away. This scholarship fund allows children of breast cancer patients to continue their college education. So thank you so much. And now if you take a look, center over here, these are our cheerleaders and basketball players that are playing in honor of or in memory of a breast cancer patient. So I would like them now to go present those to the people that they're playing in honor of and let them know that that's what they're doing. So ladies, go ahead and do that now. So if your person is here, if not, go ahead and you can drop them in the basket and we will know that you're playing in honor and memory of a breast cancer special cancer patient. And again, thank you for your support. We're so very grateful. Thank you.
All right, there's some of our Hoops for Hope, Mariel and Loker Foundation, and our Breast Cancer Awareness Night. Final score is 74-17. Barrett's over the Lady Mustangs. Let's turn it back up again here and see if we can catch a little bit more.
Breast cancer survivor, we would like to honor you at this time. So if you feel comfortable, would you please stand if you are a breast cancer survivor? Thank you. We honor you. If you're interested in figuring out how you can help contribute to this amazing cause, we still have t-shirts outside that are up in the lobby that are for sale for $5, and that money will go to the Mariel Local Scholarship Foundation. We also have some snacks out there, some cupcakes, some candy, things like that. And then if you just want to give a cash donation, we also have buckets for the cash donation as well. So thank you for your participation in our high school. We look amazing. And thank you, Rockland High School, for going along with us.
All right, there. Our halftime festivities roll on. Let's very quickly catch up on a few things. The end of the quarter was sponsored by Interventional Pain Consultants and Dr. Josh Hare, as we celebrate breast cancer awareness, and a lot of survivors were honored here at the ball game tonight. As Terry mentioned a while ago, his mom a survivor. I have several ladies that I go to church with, Terry, that are survivors, and we lost a good friend not long ago, and so it is something that they say to catch it early is the key to the whole thing, and that is the whole deal.
Yeah, and we just hope that somehow, some way, sometime, it will be a thing of the past.
Oh, absolutely. Isn't that the truth? That's the goal of the whole thing. We are between games. We've got about 20 minutes before the start of the next for the boys game, and it's going to be a dandy. We're going to take another 2-minute timeout, Keeley, sponsored by Wholesale Supply Group. We'll come back with some halftime stats and see if we can catch somebody to talk to and see what we go from there. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Welcome back to the Leisure Time Bowling post-game show. Brian Grissom, Terry Evans, live and in color from the gym, Jim Smitty Arena. Girls contest is in the books. Bradley Central Bearcats 74-17 over the Walker Valley Lady Mustangs. Lady Mustangs even their record at 13-13 overall, 6-6 in district play. The Bearcats go to 25-1 overall, 12-0 in district play, as this was the final district game for both teams as we wind up the regular season. I can't believe the regular season is almost over as we get ready, get lined up, and get all seated up for district play and postseason tournament action. Let me go over some final stats here for the Lady Mustangs. They shoot 19% for the game. The Bearcats with a very respectable 47% for the game. Turnovers, 30 turnovers for Walker Valley, 9 for the Bearcats. Looked like 21 steals for the Bearcats, as that swarming defense we talked about all night long, and the Bearcats were just another night at the office for them as they get win number 25 of the season. Let's see. Looks like 10 of 13 from the free throw line for the Bearcats, 6 of 9 for Walker Valley. The Bearcats, let's see. We'll get some point totals here. For Bradley, Kimora Fields had 10 points, 8 rebounds. 5 of those were offensive rebounds. Sloan Carpenter with 5 points. Avery Brewer with 16 points. Harmony Ware, 18 big points. Hannah Jones with 12 points and 8 rebounds. 6 points for Erica Swick. Good to see Erica back out there. No ill effects of that broken foot as she is continuing her recovery. 2 points for Shemaya Francis. 1 point for Love Howard, and 4 points for Addie Guerin to round out the scoring for the Bearcats. Let's see. For Walker Valley, Madison Bischoff had 4 points. 2 points for Elisa Earls. 1 point for Soraya Cox and Jayla Lindsay. 4 points for Malaya Woods, and 5 points for Emily Worden to round out the scoring for Walker Valley. We are at halftime. This is the Leisure Time Bowling post-game show. We appreciate all of our fine sponsors as we work in a few. Let me pay a couple more bills here. Village Volkswagen, locally owned and a proud sponsor of local sports. Test drive an award-winning, locally made VW Atlas, villagevw.com. The Vortex Center for Orthopedic Care, no matter if it's a sports injury, a work injury, or just an accident at home, the Vortex Center's got you covered. Vortex.com. Also, the fine folks at Chick-fil-A. Pick up your tailgating food at Chick-fil-A. Order your trays for the big game. And I believe there's a big game coming up this coming Sunday, as I believe it's the Chiefs and the Eagles. It's a coin toss to me. What do you think, Terry?
A two-headed coin that I use. Now, I don't know. I just hope it's a good game. So many times in the past, the Super Bowl has been hyped so big, and then one team blows the other one out, and I'm asleep at the half.
You know, I have to pace myself during the 10 hours of pregame programming. You know, I have time to go to the Y and go get my wings and all that kind of stuff. But in all seriousness, I think it's going to be a great game. I really do. It really surprised me that they had Philadelphia favored just by a point or two. And, you know, I'm really looking. I think this one's going to be a dandy. I really do.
I sure hope so. I hope it lives up to the hype.
Well, however it comes out, you know, I'm just hoping for an improvement in the commercials, because that's really why everybody tunes in, is for the commercials, you know. But anyway, get your tailgating ready to go at Chick-fil-A. Also, by Dale's Heating and Air. For all your heating and air needs, just call Dale's, justcalldales.com. We are about 12 minutes or so from the tip-off of the boys' action. We'll come back and talk a little district preview action and the results from tonight. Let me check the Mountain View Nissan scoreboard here and see if our good buddy Joe Cannon has got an update. Looks like McMinn County on top of the Lady Raiders, 48-45, with a minute and 22 to go. So the the McMinn County Lady Cherokees have come back and taken the lead. We'll see how that one turns out on our Mountain View Nissan scoreboard. Our good friend Keely Collins is back at the studio punching the buttons, keeping us on the air tonight. We appreciate all the hard work that Keely does. And we're going to take a 2-minute timeout, Keely. 2-minute timeout, sponsored as always by Wholesale Supply Group. Back in 2 minutes.
Clear for
Listening to high school basketball right here on Mix 104.1 on the Bear Network with Gwen and all the fellas and ladies up there making things happen. And you can watch us, listen to us, and I guess you could turn us off if you wanted to, but why would anybody want to do that? It's also on My Mix TV. My Mix TV up there is Mr. Hartline and Mr. Shelton are talking about who knows what up there in the catwalk. But, you know, they probably talked a little basketball, Terry, is from time to time anyway.
Little being the right word.
Let's talk about some district standings. We talked about the girls' standings. It's pretty cut and dry. Barrett's will be the number 1 seed. Cleveland will be the number 2 seed. McMinn County making a little noise. We'll see if we can get a final score on that. I think Walker Valley is locked into the 4 position, and then Ray County after that, and then Ooltewah and Howard will bring up the rear in the girls' action. And they will, when we get to region time, we got a 14 district, District 6, Coffee County, Warren County, and Shelbyville and Franklin County. And Terry, I looked that up, a 7-13 record for Shelbyville. That just doesn't compute sometimes, does it?
It doesn't. They were so dominant years ago. But something about the AP poll this week for girls, Coffee County is number 4 this week. They would be in the region that our district would play. And also, Warren County was ranked number 10. So the other district, District 6, has 2 teams ranked in the top 10. Bradley, the only representative from District 5.
And you most definitely, and it's that time of year when we think about those things, and you most definitely do not want to go to Middle Tennessee to play a game.
You know, if one of our local teams makes it to the sub-state, then you're looking at Blackman.
Yes.
Ranked number 2 this week.
And Bearden, of course, number 1. They're still undefeated as they look around. Let's talk about the men's competition here.
Hey, it's Earl Roy.
Our good buddy, the living legend here.
You know, Earl, here, take this headset.
He's a Hall of Famer now, Earl. You know that, don't you? We're going to have to. It's going to be hard living for me and you in football season.
Here you go, Earl. Take this one. Go ahead.
Just passing through, Coach Earl Rowan there always has words of wisdom there. Let's talk about the boys, Terry. Cleveland and McMinn County tonight, the boys contest up there. That's going to be for the #1 seed in the district. As McMinn County, they're hard to beat up on the reservation.
They really are, and the district meeting of coaches will be tomorrow, 11 a.m. at Cleveland High School, and they'll set the seeding. They'll set
Players of the year and coach of the year, yeah.
And all of that, and we'll have that information for you tomorrow afternoon on Mix 104.1, and then on Thursday morning on the morning show. But anyway, seeding tomorrow, meeting at Cleveland High School, and as we said, in this one coming up, as Cleveland McMinn play tonight for first place, Bradley is assured of third place, and Walker Valley is assured of fourth place, regardless of how this one turns out.
Absolutely, and then you got Howard and Ray County and Ooltewah fighting it out for the bottom three, and any of those three teams can make noise in the district tournament, so there is not a given on any night in District 5, and I was looking over at the other side of you start looking toward region play. Warren County, Franklin County, they're 1 and 2 in their district, but both of them with overall losing records. So that's might be a snake in the grass right there. I don't know how that is, but when you go to Middle Tennessee, it doesn't matter. You're gonna get a tough game over there with Coffee County and Shelbyville bringing up the rear in District 6.
Steve Wills gives me an update from McMinn County. Cleveland up by 4, 57-53 with 4 seconds to go. Thanks, Steve Wills.
All right, so the Lady Raiders looks like they're going to hang on for that one, as that was the Mountain View Nissan scoreboard update. Keeley, we're going to take another 2-minute timeout. 2-minute timeout sponsored by Wholesale Supply Group. We'll be back as we get ready for the boys contest with all the starting lineups and the boys game. Back in 2 minutes. We are back. You're listening to high school basketball right here on Mix 104.1. We thank Keeley for punching all our buttons back to the studio. We are in the gym. Jim Smitty Arena, that is, Bradley Central High School. The Bears and the Mustangs are warming up. All the guys out with their pink warm-up shirts on, and it is battling cancer night, Terry, and a tremendous turnout. We're, I'd say, three-quarters full here as we're on the Bear Network. We're right here on Mix 104.1 and on Mix TV as the guys up there are talking about the weather, I imagine, at this point in time. And they'll notice that there's a basketball game going on, and I hope they're listening to me, but I doubt they are, so I'll just talk about them.
Absolutely. You know, the crowd has built up very nicely since the girls' game ended, and it turned out the way just about everybody expected as far as the scoring difference. But boys' game is going to be exciting. Brian's going to bring it to you. And so, Brian, if you want, I'll go ahead and give the starting lineups. If you're ready.
Yes, that'd be great. Let's see. That is the
Honda of Cleveland.
The Honda of Cleveland starting lineup.
For the visiting Walker Valley boys of Coach Will Campbell, Tavon Barber will start. Hobart Brabson, Caleb Salzville, Cash Coates, and Brett Campbell. And for Zach Carpenter's Bears, it will be Caden Box, Trevor Carpenter, D. Reed, Ramion Taylor, and Jackson Airy. So no surprises for either team in the starting five. And to bring you this ball game, my pleasure, here is Brian Grissom.
Let's pause for a station identification right quick, Terry. Our broadcast is presented by Mix 104.1, WCLE, Calhoun, Cleveland, and Athens. We are just about ready for the Chattanooga Auto Square tip-off right here from the Jim Smitty Arena. The Bears and the Mustangs, the Walker Valley Mustangs, come in with a 16-9 overall record, 6-5 in district play, and the Bears with a 17-4 record, 8-3 in conference play. I tell you what, Terry, the Bears have improved steadily after we came back from the Christmas break, and the only two games they have lost after the Christmas break is both to McMinn County, as the Cherokees are going to end up with the first or second seed along with Cleveland as they get after it up here just about this time, as we had a final score on our Nissan, Mountain View Nissan scoreboard. The Lady Cherokees of McMinn County took the lead with about a minute to go up in Athens, and Cleveland came right back to take the game by a final score 57-54. So that was a barn burner up in Athens. As the starting lineups are underway, and we are just about ready to go. The Bears and the Mustangs, they're already set, Terry, and they're seeding for the tournament. But this is a rivalry game. You play a little harder. You play defense a little harder. It's just a fun ball game to play in.
It really is, and a fun crowd here tonight.
Absolutely.
So this one will be a good one.
I look forward to watching the student sections. The Walker Valley student section, of course, they turn their backs during the lineups, and the kids having fun. That's what it's all about, buddy.
Yes, sir.
As we've got on the front row, the Bears over here, Cure Cancer. They got written.
That's great. The bare-chested Bears with Cure Cancer written on the...
And in pink, they got Cure Cancer going on.
And I believe I'm correct in saying Bradley has only lost one game outside of district play.
Absolutely. So the Bears have improved steadily, and the Walker Valley Mustangs, they're ready to pull off the upset tonight. We are just about ready for the Chattanooga Auto Square tip-off. Jackson Airy, along with Hobart Brabson. The tip goes to the Bears, and we are underway at Bradley High School. Trevor Carpenter will look over to Coach Zach Carpenter, no relation, for the play. Jackson Airy out front with the basketball. Gives it up to D. Reed. Walker Valley in a 2-3 zone. Here's a three-pointer. Air ball by rebounded by Jackson Airy. Tried to bounce it off of a Mustang, couldn't do it. And Mustangs with the basketball. Here's a long three-pointer, in and out. It was halfway down for Cash Coates. Mustangs get it back. Here's an air ball by Barber, and it goes out of bounds to the Bears. Oh, no, that was a foul call there. Okay.
Cash Coates going over the back.
Cash Coates with the first foul of the ball game. As it didn't go out of bounds, it was a foul call. So Cash's grandpa shrugs up in the stands up here. I like to give Ed a hard time from time to time, as he used to wear me out on the tennis court, but that's another story for another time. Here's a three-pointer by Carpenter. No good. Long rebound run down by Jackson Airy. Back to Carpenter. Over in the corner, Caden Botts from downtown. And the Bears draw first blood, 3-0, just getting started from the gym, Jim Smitty Arena, right here at Bradley High School. Walker Valley with the basketball. Out front is Brett Campbell. He drives the lane, has his trip taken away by Ram Taylor, and carried the ball. Yeah, carry the ball is the call. I glanced down for a moment. Turnover Bears. The fans are into it from the opening tip. It's going to be loud in here tonight, folks. 3-0, Bears on top. Walker Valley with the basketball. Here's a pass inside to Brabson. He drives on Caden Bosch. Spin move up and in. A double move by Hobart Brabson, and the Mustangs are on the board. Bradley leads 3-2. Trevor Carpenter with the basketball, setting up the play. Walker Valley in their 2-3 zone. Here's a Caden Botts over in the corner, three-pointer, no good. Rebound goes to Caleb Sauceville, one of the many Sauceville boys to come through the Walker Valley ranks. Here's a pass out front to Tavon Barber. Barber, Ram Taylor all over him. Back out to Brabson. Mustangs being patient as they try to work around the top of the key. Brabson in the lane, spin move. 10-footer, no good. Rebound, Jackson Airy.
Bradley man-to-man first two trips down the court.
Yep, the Bears will play 95% man-to-man. Jackson Airy out front. Gives it up to Botts. Botts to D. Reed. Carpenter as they work the weave. Carpenter back to Ram Taylor. Downtown, good. Ram Taylor from way downtown, and the Bears have hit 2 3-pointers to start the ball game, and they lead 6-2 as we go under 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Brabson gives it up to Coates. Coates drives the lane, loses the handle, and Ram Taylor comes out there with a loose ball. Here's a pass down to Jackson Airy. Nice pass to the streaking Jackson Airy, and the Bears take a quick 8-2 lead. Timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout, Keeley. We'll take a 30-second break with them. We'll be right back. You're listening to high school basketball right here on Mix 104.1. Brian Grissom, Terry Evans bringing you all the action on Hall of Fame night for our good buddy Gary Ormby, as they'll have some festivities at halftime of the boys game. Walker Valley with the basketball. Bears lead 8-2. Bears off to a hot start here in the early going. Out front is Brabson with the basketball. Gives it up to Coates. Number 23 is Brett Campbell. The shot is no good. The rebound goes to the Bears.
Other than that time when Walker Valley has brought the ball down the court, they've tried to drive through the lane through traffic, and they're losing it.
Absolutely. A lot of hands in the lane there. Here's Jackson Airy. steps on somebody's foot, and he is down with a look like he turned his ankle. That's an injury sponsored by Direct Primary Care. We hope not to use that one too often, as Jackson will limp to the sideline, and Macias Daniel will take his place as Jackson tries to shake that off, get over here, and he's limping pretty good on that ankle. So we'll check on Jackson and see how he is. Meanwhile, turnover Bears as the walking violation is called. Inside, Cash Coates takes it to the lane, and he is going to be fouled by Caden Botts. First foul called on the Bears. 3:38 to go, first quarter. Walker Valley will throw it in underneath their own bucket. Campbell over to Brabson. Trying to get it inside to Coates. Couldn't do it. Here goes Brabson into the lane. A hop, a jump. And a beautiful pass to Coates, who puts it up and in. That's the way you draw it up right there.
Drew the defenders to him, and Coates was wide open.
That's the way you do it. That makes the coach smile right there. 8-4. Bears with the lead in the basketball. Over in the corner to Carpenter. He goes baseline, and I believe he stepped on the baseline. You just can't hardly run around through the cheerleaders and get away with it, Terry. He tried it that time, but the referees were right on top of things.
Your play with words there cracked me up.
Well,
you can't run through cheerleaders.
It just comes to me. I don't know how that happened. 2:59 to go. Here's a turnover by the Mustangs, a double dribble. And it'll be Bear basketball. They lead 8-4 as we're one tick under 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Graham Taylor throws it in to Trevor. Trevor looks back over at Coach Carpenter to get his marching orders. Here's D. Reed inside. He's kind of in a little triangle of Mustangs there. Gets it back out front. Looks like Luke Smith about to check in for the Mustangs. And here's a steal, but stolen right back by Carpenter. Springdale Heating and Air steal. Carpenter out front. Gives it up to Daniel. Daniel fakes a three, drives the lane, gives it up to Ram Taylor from downtown. Shot's no good, but the long rebound goes to Caden Botts. And is that a hand check right there?
It is. Salzville.
Caleb Salzville with his hand in the cookie jar. As Luke Smith will check back in. Those hand checks used to really drive me crazy when I was playing in the dreaded Hopewell pickup league. Daniel over in the corner to Botts. Bears with the basketball. Both teams scored early, but we haven't had a score here in a little while. And just as I say that, Macias Daniel takes it to the hoop, off the glass, and in. 10-4. Bears on top. Walker Valley with the basketball. As we go under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Good crowd on hand tonight on Breast Cancer Awareness Night, and also Hall of Fame induction night, as our good buddy and radio cohort Gary Owenby's going to be inducted into the Bear Hall of Fame. Here's a foul called
Carpenter
on number 1, Trevor Carpenter. Second foul on the Bears. Walker Valley will throw it in underneath their own bucket. Luke Smith throws it into the backcourt. Walker Valley, Taylor runs it down. Here's a pass inside to Coates, fighting through the traffic. Shot no good. Rebound, Caden Botts. Bears on the run. Botts will break it back out. Ram Taylor was open in the corner, decided against the shot. Bears will back it back out and set up the offense. Here's D. Reed at the top of the key, over to Carpenter. He thought about a three and then changed his mind. Carpenter down the lane, hip hop, stop, and they call it a travel. Turnover Bears.
Well, there's been a lot of contact tonight and a lot of traveling calls.
Absolutely.
After the contact, coming in for Walker Valley, Graham Campbell, sophomore.
So Graham Campbell checks into the ball game for the first time for the visiting Mustangs. Out front to Campbell, over to Barber. Barber takes a Euro step, shot no good, rebound. Cash Coates puts it up and in. Great job on the offensive board by Coates that time.
Coach has a way of being at the right spot at the right time.
Has a nose for the ball.
Got it from his grandpa and his grandmother.
And his uncle and his dad. That's exactly right. Exactly. 20 seconds to go, first quarter. Bears with a shot downtown. No good by Daniel. Ball tipped around. Mustangs come away with it, and then they promptly throw it away. Bears on the run. 3-on-1 fast break. D. Reed puts it up and in. First points of the game for D, and it's a 12-6 Bear lead with 3 seconds. Half-court heave. Woo, that was on track, but it was just a little short, and that is where we end the first quarter. 12-6, Bears up by 6 after 1 quarter of play, sponsored by Interventional Pain Consultants and former Bear Dr. Josh Harrod. We appreciate all of our fine sponsors for allowing us to have high school basketball on the radio. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back in 1 minute. to 6. Bears on top of the Walker Valley Mustangs as we start the second quarter. Thank you so much for joining in the broadcast. Brian Grissom, Terry Evans, bringing you all the action from the gym, Jim Smitty Arena. Here's a charging call on Hobart Brabson. That's his first foul, third on the Mustangs. As Hobart could not, the look on his face, he was backing his man down, Terry, and he said, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, I think it wasn't a lot of contact, but enough and a good job of maybe making it look worse than it did.
You hit the nail on the head, I do believe. Bears with the basketball. Here's a ball batted away by Graham Campbell. Bears get it back. Three-pointer Carpenter, no good. The J.D. Kirkpatrick comes up with the rebound as he has come into the ball game for the Bears for the first time as he come out there with the basketball. A senior. Here's Trevor Carpenter from downtown. Switch. Trevor Carpenter from three-point land. And the Bears go up by 9, 15-6.
Bradley has three Kia of Cleveland 3 points in the 3-pointers in the game.
Yes, they do. Absolutely. We appreciate Kia of Cleveland, one of our fine sponsors. Here's a ball thrown away. The Bradley coaching staff was wide open, but it's a turnover Mustang. And in a game like this, Terry, turnovers are of the utmost importance.
Thus far, Walker Valley totally unable to get much going offensively.
That was a zig when they should have zagged pass into the crowd is what that was. Bears with the basketball in the lead. Out front is Ram Taylor with the ball, picks up his dribble, gives it up to D. Back to Ram. Over in the corner to Daniel. Daniel thought about a three, changed his mind. Gives it back to Trevor. Trevor, spin move. He's going to go into the lane. Kicks it back out. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound fought for him. Mustangs with the basketball. Graham Campbell with the rebound for Walker Valley. Gives it up to Brabson. Over to Saucefield. Caleb Saucefield back in the game for Walker Valley. Here's a long three-pointer. Graham Campbell. Nothing but net. A badly needed bucket for the Walker Valley side of the floor, and it's 15-9. 5:50 to go until halftime. Bears cross-court pass. Trevor Carpenter, three-pointer, way off the mark. Rebound goes to Cash Coates. Walker Valley on the run. They'll pull up now as the Bears get back on defense. Here goes Campbell down the lane. Scoop shot, no good. Rebound. Oh, a foul is called on number 30, J.D. Kirkpatrick. That's his first. Looks like Botts, Caleb Martin. Number 5 is Caleb Martin. Checks into the game for the first time.
And Walker Valley turns it over. They're still trying to find their rhythm.
Yeah, Walker Valley, they're their own worst enemy at the moment, Terry, as to battle this Bear defense. 5:28 to go in the first half. Caleb Martin, a transfer from Ray County, newcomer to the Bear group. Here's a shot inside D. Reed. No good. Rebound goes to Coates. And D. Reed runs over him for his first foul of the ball game. So that's 3 fouls on each team. 4 on the Bears, 3 on Walker Valley so far. Referees letting them play. I like it that way as we head toward the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. Brabson will bring it across the timeline. Gives it up to Coates. Coates drives the lane, puts it up, and a foul is called on Caleb Martin. So, didn't take Caleb very long to pick up his first foul. We have our first official referee conference of the night. And all order is restored, and they're going to take it out underneath. They were going to make sure he wasn't shooting, Terry. That's what that was for, yeah. And the Mustangs turn it over again.
Second time turned it over on the inbounds, and that time Cash Coates cut him to the lane, and the inbounder threw him a bullet, and he was only a foot or two away. So
the fastball was high and tight that time and couldn't handle it, that's for sure. And you can see the frustration on the Mustangs' faces as they knew that was a bad one. Bears with the basketball in the lead. They lead 15-9. 4:44 to go. First half. Here's a three-pointer. Botts. No good. Rebound. And is that going to be another foul on Martin?
Going over the back.
I believe that's foul number 2 on Caleb Martin. So he makes his presence known with authority in a hurry as he will check out, and Ram Taylor will check back in for the Bears. Looks like Daniel, Botts, Carpenter, Reed, and Taylor on the floor for the Bears. Looks like Graham Campbell, Coates, Brabson, Brett Campbell, and Coates on the floor for number 14. Was that a 5-second count, Terry?
Well, one official gave Will Campbell a timeout. The other one didn't see it, and he was calling a 5-second
Well, that's the reason I asked you is because I was looking at the one that said 5 seconds.
Yeah. Well, the man across the way saw that Will had to have a timeout and called it just before the 5-second call.
Just in time, as they say. We'll keep it right here, Keeley. Let's Village Volkswagen, locally owned and a proud sponsor of local sports. Take a test drive today. VillageVW.com. The Voitech Center for Orthopedic Care. No matter if it's a sports injury, a work injury, or just an accident at home, the Voitech Center has got you covered. Our good friends at Chick-fil-A, go by and get your tailgating order ready for the big game. And Dale's Heating and Air for all your heating needs. Just call Dales.com. 15-9, Bears on top of the Mustangs. Walker Valley, if you're watching it on Bear TV or on Mix TV, the Bear Network up there, the Mustangs are in their blue uniforms with gold numerals. Bears in their white uniforms with black numerals. Here's a pass inside. Shot no good. Rebound by Coates. Up and good. So Cash Coates missed the first one, got the rebound, padded his stats, 6 rebounds. 6 points. Well, he padded the rebounds as well. 6 points for Cash Coates. 15-11 as the Mustangs draw a little closer. Out front is Taylor, over to Carpenter, to Daniel. Mustangs still in their 2-3 zone defense. They're going to make the Bears beat them from the outside here in the early going as they the Bears have not been able to hit it consistently as they have 3 3-pointers in the game. Bears being patient as they're working it around. Carpenter thought about a tremendously long 3-pointer. 3:29 to go in the first half. Here's a pass inside to Botts. Botts, spin move, takes the hole. Scoop shot is good. That's what they were working around for, and it worked to perfection. 17-11, Bears with the lead. Mustangs with the basketball. Out front is Brabson. Gives it up to Campbell. Over to Campbell. Campbell to Campbell. There's a shot missed. Ram Taylor with the loose ball. Bears on the run. He can't get the handle on it. Gives it up to Carpenter. Carpenter loses the handle, but it goes right to D. Reed. Who knows what to do with it? He puts it up and in. Now that is good fortune right there, Terry. For the Bears.
This full moon outside was smiling down.
I believe it did. It was a bear that time. Bears. Walker Valley with the basketball, I should say. Over in the corner, Coates. He goes baseline, puts a tough shot up off the glass and in. Cash Coates with the hot hand. He's got 8 points in the game. 19-13, Bears by 6 with the basketball as we head toward the 2-minute mark here in the first half. Been a very quick first half. Daniel thought about a three-pointer, changed his mind. Here's a pass back out front to Taylor. Taylor over to Carpenter. Great crowd on hand tonight for breast cancer awareness night. And a Hall of Fame induction into the Bear Hall of Fame, our good buddy Gary Ornby. Bears just taking their time, 1:45 to go, first half, as they're in no hurry whatsoever. The ball was tipped away, but Carpenter gathers it. Over to Daniel, in the corner to Taylor. Bears in no hurry whatsoever. Daniel thought about a three, changed his mind. Botts back out, and the Bears will set it up again. Walker Valley extending their zone just a little bit.
It's causing the Bears a little bit of a problem.
It is. That's the reason this possession has been so long. Walker Valley has extended it. D. Reed inside. Ball was blocked. Coach, you might heard Coach Carpenter wanting a foul there, but to no avail, as they say, it just went out of bounds off of the Bears.
He had a point.
He did. He most certainly did.
If we had instant replay and slow-mo and everything else.
Buddy, I tell you, they'd be watching it for 2 minutes and we'd have to sit here and talk about something. But I'm glad we don't. Oh, my goodness. Here's a ball out of bounds, and a foul is called on Macias Daniel. That is his first. No Bears with more than one foul, and no Mustangs, as a matter of fact, with as many as one foul. Nobody has more than one foul is what I'm trying to say. 1:03 to go in the first half. The free throw by Tavon Barber. I believe that's his first point of the night. It's good. He'll get another. High arching shot by the left-hander is good.
Tavon has come a long way. This is his senior year, and he's one of the more improved players from the last 2 years that I've seen.
He wasn't even 50% from the line when he started, Terry.
That's right.
And he knocked those two down without hitting the rim. 19-15. Go ahead, Derek.
He also has better court presence.
Yes, absolutely. He's called growing up. Here's a turnover, Bears. Scoop shot is good by number 14, Caleb Salzfield, with his first points of the game. And just like that, we talked about the turnovers. That's 2 in a row for the Bears, and it is a 2-point game. Bradley up. Very low scoring first half. 19-17. Bears with the ball. Three-pointer. Taylor, no good. Bears settle for the long shot that time, as Walker Valley will have the opportunity for the last shot, and I believe that's what they're going to do, as we've got 10 seconds to go first half. Tavon Barber out front with the basketball. Takes it to the lane. Gets it knocked away. Gets it back. Shot is good. Off-balance shot is good by Barber, and that ties the ball game at halftime. Old man momentum went over and sat out on the Walker Valley bench. Bears had as many as a 9-point lead. It is erased. We are 19-19 at halftime. We are going to take a 1-minute break, and then we'll come back for all the halftime festivities as our good buddy Gary Ornby will be inducted into the Bear Hall of Fame. We'll be back in 1 minute. 19-19 at halftime. Bears and Mustangs all tied up. The Bears led 12-6 as we get ready for our halftime ceremonies. Our good buddy Gary Owenby and all the plaques and dignitaries are lining up, getting ready to go. We'll bring that all to you here in just a minute as we get ready for some we don't have any halftime stats, I don't believe, yet. So we'll just talk for a second. As I was saying, the Bears led 12-6 after one quarter, and it's kind of an odd game so far, as there's been a lot of action, Terry, but not a lot of scoring.
Right, and defense has caused a big part of that.
Absolutely.
And then a couple of sloppy plays, too. Turnovers on both sides.
Turnovers on both sides, and a lot of that now is caused by the good, hard defense, as both teams, this is a rivalry game, folks, and both teams are playing super hard on the defensive end, and that's a good part of the reason we are at 19 apiece at halftime. Let's go to the halftime ceremonies here for our Hall of Fame induction. time. And Gary Owenby, the latest member of the Bear Hall of Fame, as all the festivities, as a tremendous ceremony as we try to get him over this direction. And we're gonna let's take a quick timeout, Keeley. We'll take a quick 1-minute timeout, and then we'll be back with an interview with Gary. All right, we are tied 19 apiece at halftime. Bears and Mustangs has been a dandy ball game as we expected, a close one. And I have the pleasure of interviewing a Hall of Famer. It's not every day I get to talk to a Hall of Famer, and he just happens to be my radio buddy and my good friend Gary Owenby. Gary, buddy, I think it's a special night.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, I don't know why in the world I told somebody today the bottom of the barrel if they find me.
Oh, that's not true.
I was thrilled. I had no idea. I was thrilled about this when I heard, and it's quite an honor. I'm proud of it. And somebody said, you know what? You've always been known as the #1 Bear fan. I said, I'll accept that claim, but there's a lot of #1 Bear fans.
Oh, absolutely.
They're legion, so there's plenty of us.
There's a tie at the top for the #1 Bear fans, that's for sure.
And I'm so glad I got to talk on the radio tonight because I never get to talk on the radio.
No, it's something.
And I hope Gwen's watching this up here. He's recording all this. So never the loss for words, though. But it's fun, like I said, I wasn't ever expected that, but I'm proud of it.
Well, a well-deserved honor, and I tell you what, it's kind of humbling when you look at some of the names in that Bear Hall of Fame.
It sure is.
And you say, hey, I'm one of those now.
It really, really is. I've had texts today from Arizona, from Oklahoma, from old coaches and people I didn't even know that even remember me that heard about it, read about it, or saw it somewhere, and sent me congratulations on that, and I appreciate all those, love all those guys.
I tell you, Gary, there's somebody that's watching over this up in heaven today. Yeah. Our good buddy Corky Whitlock, and we've got him to thank for both of us to have this microphone on, and he would be very proud.
I told Steve Hartline on the radio this morning, 33 years ago, he made a fateful call to me. I didn't know he knew I was alive or who I was or anything. Wanted to know if I wanted to work for a little coffee money, as he always called it.
Yes, coffee money.
He called me, he said, told me who he was. He said, I'm going to ask you something. Don't answer me now. I want you to think about it. But I need a new partner in basketball because Bob Hanshaw, his partner, had got promoted in law enforcement, and he was going to second shift, so he couldn't work.
Right.
So I hung up the phone, and I started talking to Norm about it, and I said, man, that's cool. I've always thought, I've heard Corky since I was a kid in elementary.
Absolutely.
It'd be cool to do something like that. And you know how it is. It's great to do it, and it's an honor to do it. And a lot of people want to do it.
Yeah.
And we're very privileged and very blessed.
Oh, you better believe it.
And Terry over there, he's been doing 40 years, of himself. So in my mind, he's a Hall of Famer too. And
yes.
I'm sure he'll be named.
Absolutely. And I remember when you asked me here a while back, I thought about it for 3 or 4 seconds. And I said, okay. And so it is a privilege to be here. And I tell you, buddy, it is a privilege to work with you and a well-deserved honor. I tell you, it just... it's going to hit you here before long. I've been asking you about it all along, and you always change the subject on me. But it's going to hit you before long and say, "Wow."
Yeah, I know it will.
It's one of those wow moments. Isn't it?
Yeah. But,
well, you can celebrate for another day or two, and then you got to get right back to work because we got work to do.
Friday night, we got a game on mix, right here with McMinn Central coming here.
Absolutely. Well, buddy, it is almost time to play basketball. Yep. Hey, I get to take it away from you this time.
All right.
Hey, I appreciate you coming and talking with us. A well-deserved honor. Thank you for being with us.
Okay. Thank you, Brett.
He's going to go find his family. They're scattered all over everywhere. Had a lot of folks going on. We are ready for the second half as the Chattanooga Auto Square tip-off is underway, and we are ready to go in the second half, as here is a foul called immediately, a charge on number 1 as I get my papers back in order here. And that is on number 1. Trevor Carpenter with the foul called as we scramble to get back on it here as I got to turn you up there, Terry. All right, Walker Valley with the basketball. 19 apiece as we get underway here in the second half. Barber out front, gives it up to Brabson. Brabson in the lane, picks up his dribble, and he is called for traveling. Traveling violation for the Mustangs as they started off here, as somebody's getting me with a Coke back there. We'll struggle through here. Just getting started in the third quarter, 19 apiece. We're tied at halftime, and that's where we are. Here's a three-pointer by Ram Taylor. No good. Rebound Barber. Mustangs on the run. 1-on-3 fast break. Doesn't bother Tavon Barber as he puts it up and in. So the Mustangs take their first lead of the night, 21-19. That was a great halftime ceremony right there. A well-deserved honor, Terry.
Absolutely. He deserves all the honors he gets.
Absolutely. Bears with the basketball. Here's a pass inside, back out front to Caden Botts. Same starting 5 on the floor for both teams. Botts, Carpenter, Taylor, Airy, and Reed for the Bears, along with Barber, Brabson. Here's a pass inside. Jackson Airy can't make it go, and he's going to be called for over the back.
But it's good to see him back out there.
That's right. He went out early in the first quarter with a turned ankle, so it is good to see Jackson. Looks like he's got a little extra tape on that ankle out there. That is correct. Walker Valley with the basketball. As I was saying, Barber, Brabson, Sauceville, Coates, and Brett Campbell on the floor to start the second half for the Mustangs. Here's a three-pointer. Coates. It's good. Cash. Coates is money from downtown. That's 11 points in the game for Cash, and the Mustangs with a 24-19 lead. Bears have not scored here in the half. Here's a pass inside. Too hot to handle. Turnover, Bears.
Well, the Mustangs finished the first half on a strong run, a couple of great plays by Tavon Barber, and they're starting the third quarter the same way. So the Bears have hit a dry spell after having a great first quarter.
And you know, momentum usually doesn't carry over from the second to the third quarter, but it has most certainly for the Mustangs. Here goes Coates down the lane. It puts it up. No good. Probably was fouled. No call. Barber out front to Sauceville. As the Mustangs set it back up, Brabson, 10-footer, no good. Blocked, but a foul is called. I believe that's that's on Ram Taylor. So, Coach Zach Carpenter, he wants to talk things over as things are not going in his direction to start the third quarter. 24-19, 5:18 to go third quarter, 30-second timeout. We'll take one with them. We'll be right back. Following the Tennessee Valley Urology timeout, the Mustangs, Hobart Brabson, will go to the free throw line. Mustangs on top for the first time in the ball game, 24-19, make it 25, as Hobart knocks the first one down, nothing but net. Coach Will Campbell with a word or two for Mr. Referee. Second free throw is good. So Brabson knocks them both down. He's got 4 points in the game. And the Walker Valley has scored the first 7 points of the half, 26-19. We were tied 19, and now it's a 7-point lead for the Mustangs. Bears with the basketball in their white uniforms. Walker Valley in their blue and gold uniform. Taylor in the corner. Botts, three-pointer, good. Now that's great ball movement right there, Terry.
And when you have a shooter like Botts, you got to give him the ball, and they got it to him.
They got it to him in the corner, and he knocked it down. Bears with a badly needed bucket. 26-22. Here goes Barber to the hole. Had it blocked, but he got it back. Brabson thought about a shot, changed his mind. Back out front to Brett Campbell. Jackson Airy all over him. Good to see Jackson back on the floor after that turned ankle. Took him out of the first half. Over to Barber. Barber with the left hand. Point guard. He runs the show for Walker Valley. Over to Sauceville. Sauceville into traffic. Beautiful pass. Oh, my goodness.
His daddy would be proud.
Yes, he would. That was to Brett Campbell for the bucket, but the no-look pass by Sauceville was outstanding. 28-22. Here's a turnover by the Bears. So, Walker Valley basketball, they lead by 6, looking to build on that. There's a ball tapped on the inbounds play. Carpenter comes up with a loose ball, and he is going to be fouled by Caleb Sauceville. Yes.
The old reach around.
Yeah.
If they're leaving you behind, reach around.
Almost guaranteed to get you a foul.
Oh, yes.
Exactly
Even
right.
if it's clean, you're still going to get whistled in high school.
Absolutely, absolutely. Here's a bad pass. Inbounds for the Bears. Turnover, Bradley. Here goes Barber. Pass to Coach, to Campbell. And Jackson Airy said, no, I'm sorry. I'll take that. He knocks it into the cheerleaders.
He's making a difference here in the third quarter, second block of the third quarter.
Yes, it was. Much to the dismay of Coach Will Campbell over there. Here's a turnaround jumper. Brabson, no good. In and out. Rebound, Trevor Carpenter. Bears on the run. Carpenter, he'll pull it back out. Give it up to Daniel. Macias Daniel into the ball game for the Bears. As Walker Valley is maybe in they're in their 2-3 zone, but they extended. Jackson Airy from 15 feet. Nothing but net. As the big man puts it up and in. 28-24. Walker Valley with a 4-point lead in the basketballers. We go toward the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter. We'll try to get you an update on the Cleveland-McMinn game here in just a second if we have a break. Campbell over to Sauceville. Sauceville goes baseline. Has it tipped, thrown away. Jackson Airy out there with the ball. He kicks it up. Left-hander is good. And a blocking foul will be called on Brett Campbell. That is his first. Well, Jackson Airy came up with a loose ball, took it the length of the court, left-hander off the glass. Beautiful job.
Absolutely beautiful job, and Airy's come out with new enthusiasm here in the third quarter.
He's thrilled to be in the ball game after limping off badly a while ago. He'll have an opportunity for the three-point play. I believe this is the first free throw of the game for the Bears. Oh, he took off after it. Lane violation on Jackson. He thought he missed it, and he went off after it too quick. So, 28-26. Bears trail by 2. Walker Valley with the basketball. Here's a foul on Macias Daniel.
2 on him.
Yep, that's 2 on Macias. Here's the inbounds pass to Campbell. He gets out of a little trouble in the corner. Jackson Airy on him. Walker Valley being patient. Here goes Brabson. Goes in there. What a pass inside to Campbell. Graham Campbell in the game, but the ball goes to Bradley. Trevor Carpenter lays it up and in, And Coach Will Campbell said, I've seen enough of that. And we are tied again, 2:26 to go, third quarter. We're tied 28 apiece. 30-second timeout. We'll take one with them. We'll be right back. We are back here at the gym, Jim Smitty Arena, 28-28. Bears led 12-6 after one quarter. The game was tied at 19 apiece. At halftime, the Mustangs come out with their hair on fire, led 28-22, and let's see, 26-19 was their largest lead. But the Bears have scored the last 8 out of the last 10 points, and we are tied again at 28.
Brian, this one, third quarter, 2:26 to go, but I'm looking at OT. I think we could do a couple of OTs tonight.
You already said the old word in the third quarter, Terry. I'm very disappointed in you.
I couldn't help it.
But anyway, it's a very real possibility, folks. This one's going to go down to the wire. Here's a pass inside, stolen away by Springdale, hitting in there still by Macias Daniel. He gives it up to Jackson Airy. Oh, that's a tough one, Terry. You don't want to give it to the big man on the run. He didn't have any choice in that charge, did he?
No, he really didn't. And Walker Valley took the hard hit there, and Jackson couldn't stop. It's not his fault. He just got the ball in a bad position. He was full steam. And
Yep. And was that Tavon took that charge?
Yes.
Whoever took that charge earned it because he hit the floor in a hurry. the perspiration patrol is out there with all the towels, and you can tell when they have to work on it a long time because he slid about 10 feet after taking the charge there.
And Caden Botch just did one that I don't know that I've seen before. He got one of the towels that they were wiping the floor up with and wiped his face with it.
You see that all too often, and we just won't talk about that much more. Here's a drive to the hoop. Cash Coates, it's no good, but he is fouled by D. Reed. And how many times do you see that there? Hey, here's a towel. I got to wipe my face.
Yeah. It's been on the floor.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's okay.
There's a mom and a grandparents just cringing right there. First free throw, Cash Coates, good. He's wearing that number 22.
12 for him.
12 points for Cash, as a lot of Bears, his relatives wore that number 22. Second free throw is up and good. So, Coach knocks them both down to put the Mustangs back on top, 30-28, with 1:43 to go, third quarter. Bott's out front to Carpenter to Reed. Reed goes baseline. Teardrop, good. That is his signature shot. D. Reed can hit that all day, every day with the left hand, and we're tied 30 apiece. Tavon Barber out front. Gives it up to Brabson. Brabson to Coates. Coates going to the paint, and he is fouled. I believe that is D. Reed. Yeah, I believe that's 3 on D.
Two quick ones on D, and he's going to have to come out.
Yeah, D's got his hands full with Coates.
Adam, how many is that on D? What?
Well, the bench is saying how many fouls, and now they're getting it straight. It's 3.
As we were watching the conversation there, as I have him for 3, but of course I'm a little.
Yeah, but they've over here the Bradley stat keeper had him 4, but now changes it to 3, which is the right number.
I believe so. So meanwhile, back at the ball game, Coach knocks them both down. And it's a 32-30 Walker Valley lead. Bradley with the basketball. as we head toward the 1 minute mark here in the third quarter. It's getting late early, as they say. Here's a bad pass thrown away. Walker Valley picks it off. Barber on the run. The Bears get back as Campbell almost traveled. Got it off to Barber, and he'll set up the offense. Bears turned it over once again. Here's a drive to the hole. Luke Smith in the ball game for Walker Valley. Gives it up to Brabson. Brabson over to Campbell. Brabson three-pointer in and out. Almost halfway down there. Caden Botts with the rebound. Bears trail by 2 with the basketball. 30 seconds to go, third quarter. As I believe they're going to
Coates
hold
is
it.
out of the game.
Is that
Cash
right?
Coates is out of the game right now.
Oh my, Smith came in for him. So maybe he's just getting a breather. I didn't see him hobble off. He came out when Smith came in. 14 seconds to go, third quarter. Carpenter out front. Bears going to take the last shot, supposedly. Botts gives it up to Carpenter in the corner to Daniel. Shot no good. Rebound Walker Valley. Can they get a shot off at the buzzer? It would have counted. It does not go. Bob Barber with the heave. And after 3 quarters of play, we got a 2-point ball game. Walker Valley on top. After 3, 32-30. We're going to take a 1-minute break right here, sponsored by Wholesale Supply Group, and at the end of the quarter by Interventional Pain Consultants and Dr. Josh Hare, Mr. Bear. Thank you so much to our fine sponsors. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Next high school basketball game on Mix 104.1 Thursday night. Greg Phillips and I will be at Walker Valley, the last regular season game of the year, Polk County at Walker Valley. Friday night, the revenge game. McMinn Central comes here to Bradley. Brian and Gary will have it for you.
All right, we are ready to go here in the fourth quarter. Very quickly, a Mountain View scoreboard update from McMinn County. McMinn County all over the Raiders. 21-6 at the end of the first quarter. Appreciate our good buddy Joe Cannon sending us some scores from up that direction. Up at McMinn County, things are hopping at the reservation tonight. Meanwhile, back here at the gym, Jim Smitty Arena, 32-30. Walker Valley with the lead in the basketball. Cash Coates to the hole. Did they call a charge? They did. That's a charge. On Cash Coates, I believe it's just 2 on Cash.
Right.
As they took him out at the end of the third quarter to give him a little break, as he's been banging and bouncing all over the lane in there tonight, and the perspiration control going to have some help. Where's that towel at, Terry?
That towel's being used again.
Where is the towel? Okay, Mr. Referee took care of it. We don't even need the perspiration towel. 7:27 to go in the ball game. Bears with the basketball. They trail by 2. Breast Cancer Awareness Night. Everybody decked out in pink for that occasion. A very worthy cause. And Hall of Fame night, as our good buddy Gary Owenby was inducted into the Bear Hall of Fame. Had a good interview with Gary. I hope everybody heard that. All the boys on the Bear Network. Here's a three-pointer. Carpenter, no good. Rebound, fought for. Botts comes out of it and puts it in. Caden Botts ties the ball game to start the fourth quarter for the Bears.
10,
and we're tied.
10 for Caden.
Caden Botts. And boy, he's earned every one of them.
Yes, it hasn't been easy.
Caden Botts with 10 points in the ball game. Walker Valley with the basketball. Brabson over to Barber. Barber to Coates. Coates, three-pointer. No good, off the rim. Rebound goes to D. Reed. Bears on the run. Here goes Botts to the hole. Puts it up, and he is fouled. Shot did not go.
A little delayed whistle there.
Yes, very delayed. As I was calling the next play there, Terry. That's Hobart Brabson with the foul. Maybe we had a two fouls on Hobart. A whistle malfunction there for a second. Caden Botts with the first free throw. It's good. And one more will tie the game once again. Off the rim, no good. 1 out of 2 for Caden as the Bears trail 33-32.
Keep over here.
The Bears lead 33-32. Excuse me, I knew that was wrong. There, I've got it right now. Bears up by a point, 33-32. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Here goes Barber down the lane, dishes it to the corner. Campbell, that was Sauceville, shot no good. Rebound goes to Botts. Botts, he's going to take it down the lane, and he is fouled. Is that Brabson? No, that's Sauceville with his third foul, according to my unofficial stats. But it's not shooting, so the Bears will get it underneath their own bucket. Bears lead 33-32. Here's a pass inside. Jackson Airy all by himself puts it off the glass and in. He was shocked. He was that wide open.
And I was too, because somebody forgot their assignment.
And that's an awful large person to lose. He's 6'7", and he was all by himself. Put it off the glass to give the Bears a 3-point lead, 35-32, as we head toward the 5-minute mark left in the ball game. Sauceville out front. He's picked up his dribble over in the corner to Coates. Coates throws it away. Beautiful defense of Bears. They stepped in the passing lane. Here's Ram Taylor. Gives it up to Botts. Back out front to Carpenter. The Bears wisely slow it down and set up the offense. D. Reed inside. He's wide open. Gets the roll. Now, Terry, whatever they've done, right, whatever the Bears have done the last 2 times, it's worked.
And a foul will be on Graham Campbell.
So that was on D. Reed after the bucket was good. So he's got a chance for a 3-point play. No good. Rebound. There's Botts out working. Here's D. Reed. Puts it up and in again. He shuffled it to Reed. And the Bears have taken that's a 4-point trip. Boy, Terry, that's big, a 4-point trip.
Yeah, momentum definitely over on the Bears side again. Just under 5 minutes to go in this ball game. And a lead of 39-32 for the Bears. It's been a long time since they've had that big of a lead.
Coach Will Campbell wanted to talk things over, try to stop this momentum. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to high school basketball right here on Mix 104.1. Brian Grissom, Terry Evans bringing you all the action from the gym. Jim Smitty Arena. Bears on a run. Looks like an 8-0 run, and here's a turnover. The Walker Valley had the basketball, but there's that man again, Caden Watts. The foul is called on Tavon Barber. He's everywhere, Terry.
He's everywhere. Watts has taken over this basketball game for about the last 5 minutes.
And that is the reason the Bears have gone from 2 down to 7 up at the moment. First free throw by Watts. No good this time, off the rim as they misses the front end. Tavon Barber takes it down the lane, dishes to the corner. Sauceville for 3. Caleb Sauceville knocks it down just like his dad and his mom used to do a while back. Beautiful shot, and the Walker Valley needed that.
This is a big stat right here. Walker Valley's Brabson has 1 field goal in the game.
That is huge, as he is one of their leading scorers. Caden Watts from downtown again. He's unstoppable. 42-35.
9 points in the half for Botts, 14 for the game.
Caden Botts, as we go under 4 minutes to play, 42-35. Bears on top by 7 as they match their largest lead of the ball game. Walker Valley with the basketball. Sauceville gives it up to Brabson. Brabson, and he really hadn't taken very many shots, Terry.
Botts has been all over him.
That's exactly right. Barber to Brabson. Brabson back to Barber. Cuts the lane, puts it up, and a beautiful job with the left-handed layup off the glass and in. He's going to get a chance for a three-point play as Trevor Carpenter is called for his 3rd foul, I do believe. 42-37 as Barber will go to the line. Tavon Barber try to make it a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Free throw, zip. Barber with the three-point play, and we're back to 4 points. Bradley with the lead, 42-38, and the basketball. Carpenter almost threw it away. Walker Valley with the full court pressure in the backcourt. Carpenter gets it across the line to Airy just in time. And Reed, no, that's Ram Taylor. Did they call a foul?
They did.
Oh, my goodness. That is on Tavon Barber. I already had the traveling violation in my mind, Terry.
Well, mark that one off and put a foul down.
I'll give a mark for the foul there. Yeah, absolutely. That's the reason I'm sitting over here and not with a striped shirt. Free throw by Taylor is no good. Oh, easy, fellas. Easy. Neither one of them going to give it up.
and we got a tee on somebody.
Oh, my goodness. Now, that was just a hard-nosed fighting for the rebound, and the referee's going to give Caden Botts and Brett Campbell, I do believe. I tell you, Terry, I just don't know if I agree with that call or not. That was just good. They didn't throw any punches. They just wasn't. Neither one of them going to let go of the basketball. On the jump ball after the double technical.
Well, Campbell said it's their ball, but he's
to
not
no
getting
avail.
it.
To no avail. It may have been, that's for sure. I don't know. I can't hardly keep up with that alternate possession. Here's a ball. Stripped away, but a timeout by the Bears is called. As Coach Campbell wants to talk about this.
He is fired up.
Boy, he is. Timeout on the floor. We're going to take one with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Well, as someone famous once said, pandemonium reigns here at the gym, at Jim Smitty Arena. 42-38, Bears on top as Coach Campbell spent the entire time out trying to figure out why it wasn't his ball on the jump ball after the double technical. So, We're coming down to the very end. 3 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the ball game. At last count, McMinn County was on top of Cleveland up at the reservation, so we'll check on that score again here in a minute. Meanwhile, the Bears with the basketball. Out front to D. Reed. Walker Valley's going to a man-to-man defense this time. D. Reed, teardrop, no good, gets his rebound, no good. Saucefield comes up with a loose ball. Barber on the run, takes to the hole, dishes to Brabson. And there's Trevor Carpenter with a Springdale hitting in there still. Carpenter to the hole. He is fouled by Brett Campbell. Oh, my goodness. Play fast and furious on both ends, as we are officially in crunch time with 2:28 to go in the contest. Terry,
Another turnover there for Walker Valley.
The Bears out-hustled them to the loose ball. Free throw, Carpenter, around and out. Nothing doing for Trevor Carpenter. And I've got the Bears for 1 for 5 from the free throw line. That's not very good. Second free throw, no good. Off the back of the rim, Jackson Airy. Did we have a foul called? Oh, they called a foul on Jackson Airy. Ooh, that was a tough one right there.
That's number 3.
That's 3 on Airy, and we'll walk to the other end as Walker Valley's in the bonus.
For Walker Valley in the second half, Coates has one field goal, a 3. Southville has a 3. Tavon Barber a couple of field goals, so they've not had very many field goals from the people they expect to get them from.
And the first free throw by Cash Coates is no good. That's the first free throw missed by Walker Valley in the ball game, so he'll get another. And rolls around and falls in for Coates. He's 5 out of 6 from the line, and it creeps a little closer, 42-39. Bears with the ball and a 3-point lead as we go toward the 2-minute mark in the ball game. Great crowd on hand tonight. Everybody decked out in pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Night. Here goes D. Reed down the lane, puts it up and in. The left-hander.
Right now, Walker Valley doesn't have somebody to stay with him. They went man-to-man, and it's cost them.
And that's the reason they've been playing a zone most of the night, is the quickness of the Bears' offense. Walker Valley with the ball. They trail by 5, 44-39. 1:50 to go in the ball game. Brabson out front. Tried to get a 3 off, but the Bears were equal to the task. Barber. Back to Brabson, 2-man game for the Mustangs. Here's a drive to the hoop, Brabson. Hobart Brabson puts it up and in, and it's back to a 3-point advantage for the Bears. 44-41, a minute 25 to go in the contest. Walker Valley picked up full court. Now they back up just a little bit. Out front, Jackson Airy gives it up to Carpenter. There goes Botts sliding out of bounds, no call. Carpenter to Ram Taylor. Taylor takes it to the paint, gives it up to D. Reed. Reed back to Carpenter. Bears just taking their time. They're in no hurry to get a shot off whatsoever, as Coach Zach Carpenter takes it down to 1 minute and 2 seconds to play in the ball game. Bears on top by 3, and the Bears will talk things over. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them, a Tennessee Valley Urology timeout. Full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute. Well, Terry, I turned around here during the break and I checked with our Hall of Famer, and I thought he might have left early to beat the traffic, but he's still hanging in there.
The man would be here, Gary Ornby, that is.
You better believe it.
If it went 5 overtimes.
He'd be sitting right there, that's for sure. All right, here's a foul on number 3, Tavon Barber. I believe that's his third, and that'll send the Bears to the free throw line with 56 seconds to go in the game. And we had a, go ahead, Terry.
And Walker Valley fouled there just to stop the clock.
Yeah, and they're going to have to, and the Bears are going to have to hit their free throws. First free throw is no good by D. Reed. Update from the reservation on our Mountain View scoreboard, 41-28, McMinn County over Cleveland at halftime. Second free throw, no good. Reed misses both of them. And Walker Valley got exactly what they needed with 45 seconds to go. Here's a shot by Tavon Barber. It's no. They said it was on the floor. Ooh, that was close. I didn't see who that foul was on, Terry.
That one
On Daniel? No, he's not out there. Oh, maybe Carpenter.
Yes, according to Adam over here to our right, the scorekeeper, it was on Trevor Carpenter. That's 4 for him as Tavon Barber misses a free throw. Both teams having trouble from 15.
Crunch time. That rim gets a little smaller. Barber hits the second one, so 1 out of 2 for Tavon. 44-42. It gets a little closer. Walker Valley with a full court press as we have a whistle. And a referee talk here. I don't know what could this be about, Terry? Or we have a clock problem, maybe?
Yes, they're putting more seconds on the clock. Let's see exactly where they're going to stop. And they've got 47.4 on there now.
Okay. So order is restored.
48-8. Now they moved it up.
Hey.
Now we're rolling. Now we've got to explain it to Zach. 48.8 is what they've decided on. And it is going to be Bradley basketball and Walker Valley with the full court press. 48.8 seconds to go in the game. Bears clinging to a 2-point lead. 44-42. Ball knocked away. Turnover Bears. Walker Valley gets the loose ball. Here comes Brabson. 40 seconds to play. Walker Valley can tie it or take the lead with a 3. Barber over to Brabson. Brabson takes it in the lane. He's double teamed. Back out Barber. 3-pointer. No good. Rebound Mustangs. And I believe a foul's going to be on Botts. Caden Botts fighting for the rebound, and Cash Coates came up with it. So that will send Coach to the line with 2 pressure-packed free throws with 24 seconds to play in the ball game. Free throws in.
6 of 7 from
6
the
out
line.
of 7 for Cash Coates. He is cash money. Timeout by Coach Zach Carpenter. We'll take one with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. tied. We are officially in crunch time. 44-43. Bears on top. Mustangs with a free throw to come. Cash Coates at the line. He hit the first one before the timeout, the Tennessee Valley Urology timeout, and he is at the Cleveland Utilities free throw line. 24.7 seconds to go. Coates trying to tie this game up once again. Free throw off the rim and it falls. Cash Coates is money from the free throw line, and we are tied 44 apiece. 19 seconds. Bears will undoubtedly hold it for the last shot. Carpenter out front. Botts. The Mustangs are in a little 2-3 zone, but they're chasing. Carpenter, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Jackson A for the win. No good. We're going to overtime. The Bears worked it around Terry, and they did not get a good shot at the end.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's Jackson's first 3 attempt of the game.
Well, Jackson hit a three-pointer over in Ray County to win the ball game, so he can definitely knock them down. He was 5 feet behind the line, and it was too hard off the backboard. No good. We got free basketball.
Tied at 44, and, you know, a Hall of Famer sitting behind us, Gary Ornby, you know, of course, he was wanting this game to end a minute ago with the Bears on top.
Yep.
Walker Valley came back. Bradley made a couple of mistakes. Walker Valley hit some key free throws thanks to Cash Coates, and so we've got a 4-minute overtime here on Mix 104.1. We want to thank Keely. She's always on the job and doing a great job, and want to remind people one more time, 2 more regular season high school basketball games on Mix 104.1. Thursday night, Greg Phillips and I will be at Walker Valley, Polk at Walker Valley, and then Friday night, the big one here at Jim Smitty Arena. McMinn Central comes to Bradley. Gary Ornby, Brian Grissom with the call.
A halftime score from the reservation. McMinn County all over Cleveland. 41-28 at halftime is the last score we had there. We'll get an update here in a minute. But we are about to have another Chattanooga Auto Square tip-off. And that was another end of the quarter, sponsored by Interventional Pain Consultants and Dr. Josh Aird. The tip goes to the Bears. Jackson Airy got the tip. Bradley with the basketball. Oh, there's a bad pass thrown away. Walker Valley with the loose ball. Mustangs will slow it down just a little bit as a 4-minute overtime period. And we are tied at 44 apiece. Barber gives it to Coates. He goes baseline. Jackson Airy with the block. Great defense. And the Bears come away with the basketball. D. Reed on the run. Reed takes it into the paint. Is it going to be a charge? It is. D. Reed with the charge. So
that's 4 on Reed.
4 fouls on D. Reed.
In fact, according to my unofficial stats, Botts, Carpenter, Reed all have 4.
That's a lot of fouls, as it's going to be a factor as we wind down here in overtime. The first overtime, Terry.
There could be more.
The first overtime.
Stay tuned.
It's fun. This is a fun ball game. 44 apiece. Mustangs with the basketball after the Perspiration Patrol gets their job done. Brabson to Barber. Mustangs being patient. Sauceville back to Brabson. Bears in their man-to-man defense. Brabson tried to go into the lane. Couldn't get there. Tavon Barber has it knocked away momentarily by Ram Taylor. Here's Campbell had the shot. Wasn't going to take the three-pointer. They're going to be patient as the Mustangs are in no hurry. They're waiting on a good shot. Brett Campbell. He gets cut off at the baseline. Back out front to Brabson. 2:40 to go in the first overtime period. On Hall of Fame night, Breast Cancer Awareness night. Here's a backdoor cut. Barber, shot no good. Rebound, Coates has it taken away. Bears on the run. Trevor Carpenter over to Ram Taylor in the corner to Botts. And the Bears will back it back out and be patient. Walker Valley, I believe they're in an extended zone. Three-pointer, no good from the corner by Ram Taylor. Walker Valley with the basketball. Great rebound by Brabson that time. Everybody on their feet as we're going right down to the wire again. Under 2 minutes to play here in the overtime period. We were tied 44 apiece. Nobody has scored in the extra period. Walker Valley, they're in no hurry whatsoever as we go to 1:45 to go in the period. Campbell over to Coates. Coates almost stolen away by Botts. Botts gives it up Barber, and Botts comes back for the steal. Oh, he throws it away. Brett Campbell got a tip on it, and the Mustangs get it back. 1:20 to go in the overtime period. Barber dribbling out front. Ram Taylor on him. He's in no hurry. He's going to wait till the count gets on. As Walker Valley, they're very content just to run this out and take the last shot if the Bears will let them. 1 minute and 5 seconds to go. Nobody has scored in the overtime period. Barber waiting on the 5-second count. Mr. Referee is counting. Oh, and he breaks it. Barber. Oh, a technical foul.
Bradley.
And that's going to be it on Ram Taylor. No, that's just his second. A technical foul.
He wanted the 5-second call a couple of times and didn't get it. The official on top of the scene said Tavon Barber would make an effort before a 5 count was up. And so therefore, Taylor just lost his composure.
Well, I tell you, that was a tough call on the Bears. Hard to call a technical of that magnitude in an overtime period. Coates misses the second one. So 1 out of 2 for Coates, but that puts the Mustangs on top, and they will have the ball after the technical foul on Ram Taylor. 49.6 seconds to play in the overtime period. Walker Valley has scored the only point of the overtime period. A free throw by Cash Coates, and that's where we are, 45-44, Walker Valley with the lead. Macias Daniel is on Barber this time. How long will the Bears go before they have to foul? As Daniel almost got a reach around turnover there. Barber going to be trapped in the corner as the Mustangs call a timeout. 22.6 seconds to go. How long you go, Terry, before you have to start fouling here?
Well, at 22 seconds, I think they can give a little time. They're only down 1 point.
Right.
And even if Walker Valley hits a 2-point bucket, they still can tie with a 3. So I don't think you foul immediately with 22 seconds to go. You're only down 1. But now, you know, they knock 10 seconds off. You got to foul to stop the clock and get the ball.
Yeah, and that's what they're talking over here during the timeout, a Tennessee Urology timeout.
And thus far, Tavon Barber has handled the ball extremely well for Walker Valley. And so, you know, he's going to be a key right here.
22 seconds left. We're trying to get a score from Mint County.
Tavon has hit 4 free throws in the game, so you really don't want to put him or Cash Coates on the line, but you may be forced into it.
Absolutely. When time is ticking away, they can't hold it. Bradley can't afford to let it go too far because they've got to have a chance to get off a last shot and hope that Walker Valley misses a couple of free throws. All right, we are ready to go. 45-44. Walker Valley on top of Bradley in overtime. The ball, they get it in, and Botts fouls immediately. So
that's going to be 5 according to my stats.
I believe.
Because he had the T, and then
maybe just 4. Yeah, that's just 4 on him. So that will send Hobart Brabson to the free throw line for 2 pressure-packed free throws with 21.7 seconds to go. First one is good. Brabson knocks it down. The senior steps up in crunch time.
he has really been helped down as far as field goals go. He has more almost every night than what he's got right now. Only 2 field goals in the game, but he hit 2 free throws just now.
And that puts Walker Valley on top, 47-44. 18 seconds to go. The Bears are going to have to go quickly, and it looks like they're going to try to set up a three-pointer. Jackson Airy out front, 9 seconds, 6 seconds. Daniel throws up a three-pointer, no good, off the rim. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Ball goes out of bounds with 2 seconds. Whose ball is it?
And they're going to say that that Trevor Carpenter knocked it off a Walker Valley player and a timeout on the floor.
So
what a ball game.
I believe the Bears are going to keep the basketball. I could not tell as it went out of play down on the other end of the Bears bench. Bradley basketball in the corner, 2 seconds exactly.
Which is all you need. 2 seconds is a long time in a basketball game. They have to have the 3 to tie. And so what Walker Valley has to do, make sure you don't foul the shooter.
Well, and there's a lot of possibilities right here. They know Bradley has to shoot a three-pointer, so you're going to have to get your defense out there. But if you foul him now, that's a whole different story. So a lot can happen here in the final 2 seconds. What a ball game.
What a ball game is right. 2 seconds to go here in the first overtime. And free throws have made the difference for Walker Valley here in the overtime. 47-44 Walker. Here's Brian.
Great crowd on hand tonight. Everybody decked out in pink on Breast Cancer Awareness Night. A salute to all the survivors of breast cancer here at the Jim Smitty Arena. All right, here we go. Caden Botts will throw it in for the Bears. 2 seconds to go. Let's see who they set, how the Bears run the play and set it up. Botts gets it in. Jackson Airy. Three-pointer. No good. And that is the ball game. Walker Valley comes in and upsets the Bears. Excuse me for my throat. I lost it there for a second. Final score. Walker Valley 47, Bradley 44. Outstanding ball game. We're going to take a 2-minute break. 2-minute break. We'll be back to wrap it up.